Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Spread Those Cheeks for the Tea. On this Pride Edition episode, sorry, I had to fix my camera. On this Pride Edition episode, we have the legendary drag queen extraordinaire from Chicago, Miss CC Larouge. She's done countless pageants, hosted multiple shows all across the country. And we're just here to talk to her, get her insight on things, and just see what is CC or who is CC, as I should say. So, without further ado, let's bring Miss CC to the stage.
What's up,
Hello.
y'all? Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you tonight?
Baby, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. We are libated. We got some drinks. We got some weed. We good.
Oh, some weed too. Okay, yes.
That's how we do. That's how we do.
Yes. So give our viewers who may not know a quick introduction to
Of
you and who you
course.
are.
Sure. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Cece L. Ross. That's Cece LaRouche Ross. I have been doing drag for, Jesus Christ, we're going close to 30 years now.
Wow.
I know it's been a long time. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I have been performing all over the United States. I have performed in countless pageants, including Continental, US of A, United States. The list goes on and on and on. Also done countless bar pageants. Right now, I've recently transitioned into a woman, so I am now a transgender woman, and I am a hairstylist on the side as well as a seamstress, and that's pretty
Yes.
much it.
Yes, I love it all. And congratulations on your transition. And congratulations on graduating cosmetology school. Now you
Thank
like
you.
girl, so you can get that real money.
Yes, bitch. No more truck stops.
Okay. We finally out the hood.
Abs- Baby, was because that's a struggle and a half.
Yes.
Hmm.
Speaking of the struggle, tell us where you started as a drag queen. How did that come about? How did you even find out about drag?
It was actually by accident. I lived in Joliet. I just got out of Joliet Job Corps, and there was this wonderful little bar that was called Maneuvers. It's not there anymore, but um, that was where I got my start. And then I watched people do drag and stuff like that. But baby, I've been cross dressing since high school, so drag was no stranger to me. I just didn't know that that was the word for it.
Mhm.
So I guess at that point, I guess I considered myself trans at that point, but we were kids. And ever since then, I still remember the first song I ever did in that, and that was Beady Beady Bum Bum by Selena.
Oh yes, we love that song.
Baby, I did not know what the hell, I didn't know what I was doing. I looked busted. But that ever since then, I've been performing there for ever since it's been open to the time that it's been closed.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
So with maneuvers, that was one of your first bars. When you started getting bigger and started traveling and things like that, how did the support from maneuvers differ from you trying to break into different industries and market in the drag world?
Well, I would say that I really didn't get quite known into the industry until recently, honestly. I would say it's
Oh
probably
wow.
been about, yeah, it's not been that long. I would say probably about 11, 12 years ago.
Mm,
And because I only stuck with, certain bars, the people who were nice to me and stuff like that, and that was it. And then all of a sudden I went into Berlin, and that was my actual Chicago break-in.
mhm.
And since then, I've been bar hopping little by little, but I don't really perform in Chicago anymore. Now I mostly perform in Indiana.
Okay, everybody don't perform it no more, but we all live here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm about to move out of here soon.
Yes, you should.
It's cheaper in Indiana.
Okay, tell them again.
You get a whole bunch of house,
For a little
with
bit. Hmm.
baby.
You
I
better
can't
take
wait.
advantage.
Well, I'm gonna wait until the housing market cools down because right now it is crazy and everything is like due to inflation and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
After a minute, I'm gonna wait and just save my little panties, and then just wait until the time is right, until that house that I want, that I have no idea what it's going to look like, will appear before me. If God
True.
wants it, for me, I'm gonna jump in there.
Amen to that.
Hmm.
Speaking of saving your pennies and things, when you started out drag, and a famous thing for drag queens is to get tipped during performances. How has the tipping, I guess, the tipping, the how to of tipping, how has that changed from back then to throughout your years of drag? How's that transition to now, to where people can tip you through Cash App and Facebook and things like that?
I would say the technology. That technology has changed so much. I mean, I remember way back in the day, baby. You had money. It was cash all day, every day, sometimes a quarter. But baby, now that they're
Okay.
doing Cash App and Venmo and PayPal and Bitcoin, it's too much. It's too much. I would say that the tipping has gone down in the physical sense, but
Mm-hmm.
not for me in the virtual sense,
True.
if that makes any sense. I've been
It definitely does.
Yeah, for the past 5 or 6 years, I've been doing social media. So I have a little close to 200,000 followers, and with that, I've just been here, and that's been my bread and butter.
Hmm.
Drag used to be. Since
True.
that pandemic, everybody was out of work.
Okay. So do you feel like you have to work harder now that the social media girls are coming up, and just they don't have to go into the clubs and things to work? They could just post videos and post pictures and get attention. Whereas you worked years and years, and as you say, you recently are now becoming famous and known.
I would say no, because I already have my following. So they know when I go live or when I perform or stuff like that. Usually I try to kind of not do any type of performances via social media, because they're really quick with that copyright stuff.
Definitely.
So I'm trying to find other things and other avenues in order to work, in order for that to become fruition and for that to actually bring profit. But physically, not so much. I feel like I have to kiss people's ass just to try to break in after the pandemic. And baby, that's one thing I will never do.
True. Yeah, don't lower your standards, just raise them.
Hmm. Why would I want to leave the house and do a gig for $50?
When you go on social media and make it go live and make triple
Five
time that.
and make 5 G's a month. I'm okay.
Definitely so. So do you say now that social media is becoming so big that you're beginning to not like performing as much?
No, I actually, if anything, it made me miss it more. I really do like interacting with people. I've always been that way, but
Hmm.
it's let me tell you something. If you're performing in front of a camera, it's just you in that camera. Ain't
Right.
nobody else. That's the hardest thing to do for a lot of people, and some people just can't cut the mustard.
True.
You have to have some talent up on there in order for you to literally escape yourself and think, okay, there's like literally a whole bunch of people in front of me. Let me do my little dance or whatever the case may be, or evoke emotion. It takes a lot.
Hmm. Definitely so. Speaking of talents, what do you think is your best talent as a drag queen?
Ballads,
Okay.
bitch.
Why do
Nobody
you
can
think
deliver.
talent?
No one can deliver a power ballad like I can.
Okay.
No
I
one.
have I seen you do one ballad in a I think it was in French, but I never seen you do any English ballads.
Yeah, you see me doing in French,
Yeah.
but yeah, I do English ballads. I think I did a couple Japanese ones, but yeah, but when it comes to ballads, baby, I'm from that old school, baby. We had no choice but to command a crowd.
Yes, definitely. Speaking of the song you did in French, is it easier to learn songs in French to lip sync, or do you think that makes it harder because you want to make sure you get the words so precise?
It's a nightmare.
I bet.
It is a nightmare. I don't know why the hell I chose that life, but it's what I do well. It's what I do.
Definitely. So at least they don't have to hear you try to pronounce it horribly.
Or especially when them words don't match up to your mouth.
Okay.
They be getting us right together with that and be looking at girls and be like, oh.
Yes, be writing letters and stuff to the managers at the bars and stuff.
Mhm. I remember those.
Yes. We talked about that at a specific bar. They never
Baby.
stop.
That was some good shit though.
Okay. I remember
Good.
those days.
Do you miss it?
Yes. Speaking of those days, remember when we was going to Memphis? I gotta bring this up. We was in the White House's parking lot and I was ordering my food, and then she was like, "Oh ma'am, did you want anything else?" And I was like, I'm a sir actually." And we all died laughing.
Wasn't that also that was with a certain someone that didn't get their food because they didn't have it, right?
Oh, that was that same night.
Yeah, that was that same night. Okay. Now I remember. Now I remember who was that. Now I remember. Everything's back in place. But child, that was a fool that night. That was for a pageant too.
Oh, she was competing.
She was. She was.
And competed she did.
And ba- that's she did. And give her her flowers.
Okay. Speaking of competing, what do you think has been your most memorable moment competing in any pageant?
Winning the national title of Miss North America International at Large.
Like,
London D. Rain crowned me. And that was actually my second time competing. And baby, I had such a strong team right behind me. This was before I even met you. And my God, we worked so hard upon that entire package. And for my name to be called, or for me to even be in top five, I was just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but okay, we're doing this. And it was a ballad that actually made me win.
Mm. Okay. Yes, I got to see that video. I know
It's a,
all
it's
have them in a
it,
box somewhere.
it is. It's on YouTube.
Okay. Yes, you got to send me the link.
Okay, I'll send you the links.
Yes. Another pageant question. When you started your drag career, what made you even want to get into doing pageantry versus just performing in bars and cross dressing, as you said?
It's more so for the exposure. I didn't really care about pageantry, honestly.
Mhm.
Like, I will say that I did learn quite a lot and I became quite polished. However, I didn't really care about the crowns.
True.
I don't really care about that. I just wanted to get booked. And in some states, in order for you to get booked in a certain state, you kind of have to have like a title in that state or
Mhm.
regional or national. So that
Right.
was what I've been doing. And that was the only reason why I just started doing all that shit.
True. Do you think
Hmm.
that actually really helped you in the sense that you wanted, or do you think it was just the extra burden on you trying to find your drag identity?
Both. It was actually both. I would say that I did, I felt like I shouldn't have to spend so much money in order to try to be noticed by other bars. But it was kind of like I think RuPaul's Drag Race kind of replaced pageantry at that time, or there was before there was RuPaul's Drag Race, there was pageantry. So
Right.
in order for you to get booked anywhere up on a nationwide scale, you had to have been a national title holder. You had to have had some crowns, honey. That would get you to legendary status. But that
True.
was like I love the fact that I was able to meet other people and learn some things, from backstage as well as in front of the stage as far as how I compose myself. But I could have learned that shit in the book.
True. Well, at least you got an experience that no one else can say they had.
True that. True that.
Another question on pageantry. As far as when it comes to the competing aspect, um, when it versus what is it, bar titles versus national and like more, I guess I'll say more organized systems. What do you think are the pros and cons for both?
Power titles are really good to get because it's a great way to get experience. If you want to learn how to do pageantry, that's the best place to get your feet wet. Now there are some mothers like myself that'll chuck my kids into the deep end of the pool and throw them in US of A or Continental or something like that. But
Mhm.
more of my jush is I'd rather get a bar title. I'd rather meet the people. I don't really care about judges and all that stuff. I guess I've always hated it.
Mhm.
Because you remember Giselle, and Giselle was always trying to, you gotta put on some nails. Them nails. I don't want to wear no goddamn nails. What the fuck I gotta wear
Right.
nails for?
Mhm.
Hated it. Now I have them.
All the time.
It's expensive. It's expensive. I gotta pay Ming Lead in order to get this shit done.
Or you can invest in press-ons.
Oh, who got time?
Yeah. You put them on and then you have to take them off.
And then if you take them off wrong, that's what's really the killer. If you take them
Mhm.
off wrong, you're gonna end up ripping off your whole fingernail. Just give me some acrylics. I'll be all right.
Yeah, that's that too.
Mm.
Speaking of that, when it comes to meeting other queens and developing relationships with them and things like that, how do you feel when they try to enforce their opinion or even like try to make you change your already idea and give their own opinion? How does that make you feel, or do you usually take the advice?
Okay. Now, do you want me to answer you as if I was in the beginning of the drag game, or do you want me to answer you as now?
I'll say both so we can see the growth.
Back then, I'd have been like, "Look, I'm gonna beat your ass. I didn't ask for your opinion." Looking at it now, I understand. I
Mhm.
understand. I think they were looking at me as like someone who actually has potential and someone who can actually do really good things with their craft. Looking at it now, I kind of do the same shit myself. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle.
Mhm.
But don't we want better out of our entertainment?
Definitely so. Yeah,
Because
I
I
think
be
people should be more receptive to constructive criticism, but then too, it's how some people give it that creates the problem. Some people don't come with like how you could come with a mothering spirit. Some people are really bitchy with it, so I can see
yeah,
why people don't take it.
yeah, yeah. I guess it's all about the delivery.
Definitely so.
Mm.
Speaking of delivery, with you being a seasoned queen and a lot of new girls try to, I guess, call it pay homage or copy or whatever, how do you feel when queens try to do older songs that require a certain experience or emotion to give and they don't give, what can be given?
That'd be the look. I'm
Be sitting
I'm a
at the judges table like that.
baby. I'm gonna give them their flowers. I'm gonna give them their props. I'll give you your props. But I feel like I have to leave a Yelp review. I feel like, dear management, please work on the Queen Stage presence. Thank you so much, baby. If you're gonna do anything that's old school, you have to channel that.
Mhm.
You have to channel that. It's easy to do shit that's nowadays. Everything that's so repetitive. It's just like you either have the first verse and then you go to the chorus and then you go to the chorus and then you go to the chorus and then you go, girl,
Right.
I'm over it. Whatever this music genre, whatever this music is going on this nowadays, it's a fool. It's a fool.
Definitely so.
We
It's no
we
substance.
we need some original music back.
All these remixes and samples, they just not hitting it. They good for a quick 20 seconds in the club.
And that's it. And they got to change that music real quick. I
Okay.
can't. I can't. I refuse.
Hmm.
That's why I still be doing the. They'll be like, "Oh, girl, I ain't heard this song in a long time." Yeah, that's because I lived around that generation, bitch.
Okay. You don't
Bitch,
know nothing about that.
and it's usually about the song. It's usually the songs that most you'll see a lot of old school drag queens do this. You'll see a lot of old school drag queens that play the songs that played their emotions. So
Mm,
whatever they were feeling that day, bitch, they were centering their songs around that shit. So if they were mad, they busted out the Pink, they busted out the all the old shit that meant like, neither one of us, that type of shit.
Mhm. Definitely
Babe,
so.
everybody's trying to do
Anything that
what's
we
trendy.
need, Houston.
hmm Everybody's trying to do what's trendy now.
Definitely.
Yep.
Mixes, Jersey Club mixes, Vogue mixes, all
Jersey
that
Club.
stuff. Hmm.
The fuck is that?
Oh, it's like the booty popping music.
Oh,
They play it in the club.
see, this is why I don't go out. I don't go out, so I don't really know.
Yeah, it's really fast paced and it has like a certain like it had like certain kind of sayings in it that like make people dance to it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So kind of like how our old school house music was.
Yeah, it's like a modernized house, I'll say that.
Okay,
House music for us young people.
okay,
Well, I'm almost
okay.
like a young crew, but
No, you transitioning.
definitely. Speaking of that, who are some of your drag influences now and back then?
Ooh, drag influences now. God damn. Are we talking about other drag queens or are we talking about like celebrity?
Both. Cause a lot of people don't really know about the girls like you that haven't been on RuPaul, so I would definitely love if you have regular girls to definitely mention them.
Um, hmm, that would be, more like the Kenya Dupree. That would be more like the Tracy Rosses. That would be more like Kennedy Davenport's. You know, I live for the old school. Roxy Andrews. I live for that. India Farah. Live for all of that shit.
Oh yes, I love India Farah.
Love for all that old school stuff, where they do new school meets old school.
Hmm.
I live for that. That's cute. That's cute.
Yes.
That's cute. I'm gonna stay an old bitch.
Yes, I love it.
hmm
When it comes to pageantry, what advice can you get any new girls coming up?
Save your coins. Save
Definitely.
your coins. Save your damn. Please do not go and have a fundraiser. Be like, oh, I'm gonna run for this bar title. I need to raise $5,000. Girl, you chose to run in that. Pay for it.
Okay.
I could see if you need help for a national pageant. I don't see if you need help for a bar title or a state title or something. Child, stop it.
Right.
I've
Yeah.
seen I've seen girls at national pageants pay anywhere close to $100,000 and still lose.
Hmm.
It's an investment. It's an expensive hobby.
Can you kind of break down what some of those expenses are for some girls who may not know?
Well, okay, I'm currently running in a pageant. So I would say currently that what I spent right now is in the realm of $11,000 so far.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I haven't even paid for dancers yet. so so working on that. But I would say you got to think of the jewelry, you got to think of the clothing, you got to think of the hair, you got to think of the shoes, you got to think of the tights, you got to think of how you're going to base everything, if you're going to have a story with each type of package or
Mm.
category, should we say. It's a lot that goes into it. And sometimes, baby, some of us have binders where we take inspiration photos and then we show them to designers, or like how I used to do. I used to make all my own stuff,
Mhm.
and baby, it's still one. I'm still happy about that. But I'm just like, but I had to learn.
Right.
That was a big learning experience. But baby, I think the most expensive pageant that I've ever done is this one that I'm actually running for, because right, I didn't ask for damn wedges yet. Um, um, it was right after that was Continental,
Mm.
and that was the Nationals. Baby, I've never spent so much money in my own city.
Yeah, Continental make you spend the whole bank in somebody else's bank account.
I felt like I needed a sugar daddy for this.
That's very popular for the girls.
By the way, if you're watching and want a sugar baby,
Cece looking for one. Or looking to be one, I mean.
I'm looking for a daddy, please. Daddies, daddies, you
Tap
there?
in.
Bitch, comment.
Speaking of tap in, when it comes to makeup, how is pageant makeup different from drag performance makeup?
No difference, in my opinion.
Mm.
Um, I've seen people paint even darker. So, like, say for example, if I was using like a chocolate with a caramel with like a very light coral for drag, but pageantry, I would go from black to dark brown to purple. It's just, it all depends on the lighting. You can work for any pageant, it could be just regular lighting. You can get away with this makeup. You know, this is my going out face. This is not even drag. This is borderline.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
Cool.
get heavier. I can get way heavier with the makeup. You've seen it. But
Mm.
baby, I would say that since I've been doing like social media makeup, bitch, doing social media makeup, you get to take that shit off right away.
Mm-hmm.
Drag makeup, you're gonna be in it for a while.
Right.
Hours. You better put all that shit on.
The
So
whole
yeah.
palette.
All of it. You're pretty much that is you hit pan by the second number. Mm-mm. It's to me there really is no difference between pageantry drag and show drag.
Okay. When it comes to speaking of drag, RuPaul's Drag Race, how do you think the TV show? First, I'll ask, how do you think the show is different from when it first started versus to now with the increased cash prize, the kind of outrageous challenges, and all those things?
Um, I really miss the times when it was a little bit more simpler, when it was actually more about the queens can actually really perform.
Mm.
Because it's not like they're going to every single fucking bar to do a fucking monologue from Shakespeare.
Right.
It was all about how they actually this is like it was like pretty much preparing you for touring, like seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Hmm.
Baby, there was like, okay, you got 10 minutes to put on a face. Ooh, bitch, we seen some faces in that 10-minute face.
Definitely did.
But baby, but it taught you, can you sew? Can you sing? If you can't sing, can you perform? And if you can perform, what can you do? Do you
Hmm.
have looks? Did you have versatility? You know, it was that back then. Nowadays, it's a mess. It's it's a mess. That's why I don't watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely a TV show because they did it up definitely for TV.
It's like Jersey Shore, but with drag queens.
Right.
I can't.
So in the seasons that you did watch, who were some of your favorite queens and what was inspirational about them to you?
Oh, okay. Y'all, bitch, I had to light a cigarette for this one. I feel like this is my love song
Yeah.
because, oh, Trixie Mattel. It's only because I know her. It's only because I know her. But not only that, I've seen where she started and I've seen where she is now. And when I tell you, if that is not a motherfucking glow up, which by the
Mhm.
way, watch Trixie Motel on Discovery Plus. But
Okay.
baby,
She
baby, I will support her until she quits. Because I'll probably still be around. But right underneath her, Bianca Del Rio.
I love her too.
She was she was that bitch was banking coin before she made it on RuPaul. Before she was already somebody. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Just like Pandora Box, she was somebody. Just like Raven, she was somebody. So it was Trixie, it was Bianca Del Rio. Right underneath that is Roxy Andrews.
Miss Thick and Juicy.
Yep. Not always a nice person, but baby, she is stunning. 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 Right behind her, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but Fifi O'Hara.
I just feel like they did her wrong on TV.
Oh yeah, they did her. They had did poor Jeremy so fucking dirty, so so dirty. They did my sister dirty.
Definitely so.
Jada Essence Hall, Shea Coulee. Again, I'm pretty much prefacing people whom I know. So that would be Jada Essence Hall, Shea Coulee, Kimchi. I've worked with Bianca Del Rio once. I've known Trixie, Fifi O'Hara, Mystique Summers. It's pretty much all the Chicago queens.
True.
I'm loyal.
Yes.
So yeah, that be them.
Good. So in regards to the show now, would you apply and why or why not?
No. I wanted to in the beginning because I was like, there's got to be more than this. But baby, I'm already more than this. So
True.
I don't. Plus, I've seen all that turmoil that they're going through with transgender people, and I'm not the type of person to hide who I am. So what I wouldn't want to do is go and audition and pretend like I'm a whole fucking boy, especially with these titties.
Yes, them big old titties.
Yes, I can't be doing all of that. I can't be doing all of that. Then try to bind these things and then bring. No, I've seen what Monica went through, and that was enough for me. I think right after Sonique, it was more than enough for me. I'm just like, why should I have to hide being trans in order for me to get on the show? And now you just got Gottmik, and Gottmik is a trans man. Okay, step in the right direction. Kind of how many seasons too late?
Right. Because I'm sure many trans people have been applying since before they even started making the show.
Baby, I would love to see Dina Cass on there.
Yes.
Dina Cass, Shay Larouche. I would have loved to seen all of these icons in our industry just shine upon them because they deserve that. But let me tell you something. Coming with fame comes with a very hefty price.
True.
I don't envy them. I'm just mad at their booking fee.
Okay, a couple thousand.
A couple.
Come in for 2 shows.
A couple. Do you know how much Shea Coulee is?
Probably like 100,000 by now.
She has $25,000 per night.
Ooh, she better make that money. Y'all remember seeing her in Hydrate hosting them shows, making just a couple dollars. That
Yep.
she need to keep her tips.
Oh, she better. I'm not mad at her collecting that coin. I'd be like $25,000 for you to do the same shit that I do on stage. Okay. If y'all want to pay for that, y'all pay for that. I'm cheap. I'm only $150.
Do you think it's worth it for some of the girls? I mean, some of the girls, yeah, but some of the girls, do you think it's worth it for them?
Knowing where they started, yes. Knowing exactly where they started, absolutely.
True.
Absolutely. I mean, look at what happened with Tyra Sanchez. Tyra Sanchez was practically homeless. Now, I don't know what she did with her career afterwards because that leaves up to a fucking huge discussion for another time. But baby, for some people, that glow up was what they needed. It was some people in some cities felt like a big fish in a small pond. Where they had too much talent for the city, and it was just like it felt like it was going to waste. I'm talking mostly about Jada. Like, baby, she was the big fish in the small pond. No one can clock her fashion. No one can clock her beauty, and she was just so nice, so nice. That's what I live for. So,
yes, I love it. Any advice to any upcoming queens who may want to apply for RuPaul or just start drag in general?
yeah, keep your mouth shut. If you're gonna apply for RuPaul's Drag Race, please do not put that shit up on social media. Hey girls, I'm finally taking a dive. I'm gonna reply. You ain't gonna get it.
Okay.
I don't know how many RuPaul girls have even set it up on social media. If you're going to apply for RuPaul's Drag Race, if you feel you're ready for all that shit, please shut up. Say nothing about
Okay.
it. Make your move silently.
Definitely so.
That's the only thing on what I can. And please, just realize that you may be a Broadway actor, but you still need to be a queen. I'm sorry. There's some queens that have been up on that show who do not belong on a stage.
True. Yeah. They just needed that extra attention.
They got it. They could have got it faster with OnlyFans.
Oh, not OnlyFans. Speaking of OnlyFans and things like that, why do you think it's so much I'll say conflict between drag queens and trans women? Because even on the show, like we said, they don't really accept trans girls as equally as they would a gay male, or now straight men can go on there as well and be a drag queen.
Um, oh girl, I think that divisiveness have started. I don't know when. I think even before my time,
Mm,
honestly, because as a trans person, I'm starting to see the shit myself. Like I'm starting to see that feel like, oh well, this bitch don't need a breastplate or stuff like that. Well, bitch, I have to bring it just as hard as you do, if not more,
mm-hmm.
because I am a woman, or because I am a trans woman. There's even
Right.
even AFAB women. I'm sorry, AFAB entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the acronym that's known as AFAB is assigned female at birth, and they have to work even harder. Here's a perfect example. You know Faye Ludes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Faye Ludes, AFAB performer. But
Definitely.
not only that, I've seen how much she had to struggle. How much I'm sorry, they. Their pronouns are they them. I've seen how much they had to struggle, and even work harder than most queens who don't even have half the talent that Faye Ludes has.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, talent is talent. I don't give a shit what you call yourself.
True.
Mhm.
Why do you think it's like that, especially for cisgender women? Why is it so hard for them to come and be a part of the drag community, or even want to sometimes support? Or I mean, not want to support, to get support from the community.
Mm, who knows? Jealousy. That's all of what I can really say. I mean, I would have to exhibit some sort of hatred for another class of entertainer, but at the end of the day,
Mm.
we're all entertainers. So I really don't see why it's such a big issue with AFAB performers, drag kings, male entertainers. It doesn't really matter as long as they can perform. I mean, I've known many in each spectrum who can outdo some of the most talented fucking dancers.
Hmm.
But
Definitely so.
it's I really don't even know how to answer that to the to my satisfaction. I really don't know how.
True. Okay. Well, I like the answer you gave because it does make sense. Jealousy, basically.
Jealousy. That's it.
Okay. My next question is in regards to your makeup skills. I see you come out with a couple different collection pieces. Tell us about just your makeup journey and how that flourished on social media and things like that.
Um, I think it's mostly because I deal with I guess I relate to a lot of women, biological women.
Mm,
Um, because most of the stuff of what I usually do get up on social media is like it's mostly the simple things that we do as drag queens. It's like how do I cover dark circles? Concealer, or go get some Juvederm or Restylane or something like that. Um, or shit like that. It's some of the women who actually do like drag queens is because they just want to know the basics of things.
okay.
That's really it. So I think that was where my niche really fell into play, and I think that was when my decline of drag makeup, as far as its amount, has really gone down because I can pull the same look now with less makeup.
True. Okay. Getting better at it. Okay.
Yeah, I would say that constantly painting my face. I swear to God, my beard hates me. But I think I've learned so much more about for women who have polycystic ovarian syndrome who actually do grow facial hair and they want to know how to remedy those things. I think I've learned more by being the guinea pig than
Right.
I than
That's
I've
actually
had
does work.
that I mean let me tell you something. I only have three brands of foundation. And those are the only things that I fuck with is my drag foundation, Mayron, my glam foundation, which is Tarte, or my everyday girl, Clinique.
Hmm. I didn't know Clinique was good.
Bitch. It covers some shit really well.
Okay. Y'all better start tuning in to Miss CC. Tell us where we can find. I know you do tons of makeup tutorials. Every damn near every face you do it live. So tell us
Pretty
where we
much.
can check that out and where we can just keep up with you.
Of course. I'm easily on Facebook. You can check me up on pretty much I'm on every single social media app, but I primarily work up on Facebook. I have CCL Ross, which is my fan page. Just look up CEECEEL Ross, and you'll be able to find my page there. I also do have a secondary page, which is called Hair by CC, and that was my hairstyling page. So I also work in a black-owned salon, and I'm having a blast.
Yes, I love it. Okay, I have one messy question to ask you. This is something me and my
I was
man.
waiting for this shit. Give me this.
So, okay, how do you feel about the girls who have on, a bright color lipstick, then they take the eyeliner and outline their lips? And where did that even come from?
Wait a minute. Say that. You have to say that again, because bitch, what do they do with their lips and they bring it up to the eyeliner?
So they'll have like a bright colored lip, and then they'll take the eyeliner and outline their lips.
The eyeliner?
I don't know what it is, but like basically it's like they lips be drawn out black and then it's lipstick. Am I
Oh,
explaining it right?
that's what's called the graphic liner routine. I don't know where the fuck it started. I mean, I've done it a few times myself, and it's pretty fucking cute. But it just depends on how you execute makeup. I mean, I love it.
Yeah, some girls they don't be looking right with
Some of
it.
them, it depends on that lighting. You know what I mean? It's that stage lighting.
Mhm.
If you know what that stage lighting is, I would do that because graphic will pop better up on better stage lights. Shitty stage lights, like I would say, probably about this low. You don't need all that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
With no
So
makeup for that.
as long
Just
as
go
you
on
don't
some
talk,
glitter eyelids.
as long as you don't talk, if you better not be you better not be one of those lip syncers that actually do sing the words right along with it. Oh,
Right.
because if you sound like this, would you fuck me? I would fuck me, baby.
Okay.
I thought this was CC Peniston.
Okay. Speaking of that, how did you learn to master lip sync? Because when I see you perform in like Tracy Ross and some of the girls you mentioned, it's like you're actually singing the song. So how long did it take you to master that, and what were some of the techniques? Well, they'll tell us all the techniques because we don't want the girls to steal from you, but
I'm an
just
open book. I'm an open book. No one can copy me. So I would say, I mean, it depends on how you feel about that song, baby, because there could be some songs where it could be like, a song invokes emotion.
hmm
It will always, no matter what the song, no matter what genre, it'll bring out a certain emotion. Whether you just want to party, whether you want to cry, whether you want to be mad, it doesn't matter which one it is. But let me tell you something. Once you know them words, bitch, you know the breath, you know that tempo, you know that key. If you and it's just by watching singers and stuff like that. If you know how to watch them when they do certain like in E flat or something like that, you tend to mimic those things and then you sound bad, but you sing along with it. But
hmm
baby, That's how you actually master lip syncing.
Okay. Yes. And definitely, of course, practice.
Lots of it. Lots of it. But we do that anyway. Baby, we practice our favorite songs every single day. All of us do.
Exactly. Little do you know.
hmm So we are all good lip syncers. They just got to be better at it.
Mm-hmm. And had the confidence to actually get on the stage and do it.
Yeah, and actually pretend like it's coming from your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy.
Definitely so. Speaking of your mouth, I know a while ago you started a house, the House of Larouge. What happened to that? And kind of tell us about, for those who may not know, what is a house, what all goes into that, and how do you feel about houses now?
Okay. Messy bitch. um, I would say let me just break down a definition of a house. It's a collection of girls with a mentor, which is usually
Mhm.
called a drag mother or house mother. That form like kind of like a club. It's kind of like a little itty bitty club that we just call House of LaRouche. At that time, I would say the largest amount of people that I've had in my house has been 12.
Mhm.
Currently, I'm down to two
Okay.
because they've either gone and done other things with themselves, they left the house, or I don't hear my phone ringing.
Okay.
So there's only two.
Okay. Do you think sometimes it's kind of a burden to take in drag kids because sometimes some girls aren't as appreciative as others?
Oh, oh, I hate you, bitch. Yes, 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 because they're not as appreciative, or they feel like they're not learning anything, or child. Kids leave for many reasons, and
Hmm.
I will admit that I am no saint. I am no motherfucking saint. I'm so hard on all of my children, on all my drag children, baby. Let me tell you something. There's usually one, and that's the one that's actually quitting drag. That's I'm the most hardest on because I'm just like, you have all of this fucking talent. I'm I kind of want to help. You know what? I kind of
Hmm.
want to help. I want to help you become your best you. I don't want any influence from me unless it's like, but you're not going out there without body, or something like that, being the motherly type of thing. But baby, I'm an asshole with my kids. I am terrible. I'm terrible
Hmm.
because I'm just like, if I come out looking like perfection, so should you.
True.
That's all I ask.
Definitely so, because your name is on the line.
And people have already known me. Yes, I can be a mess. But bitch, I'm always done.
Okay. Without even trying.
Pretty much.
Yes. Well, Miss CC, that was basically all my questions. Any new projects or any new clubs or anything you had coming up?
Um, Not really. I'm the only thing I only have one show, which is in Portage, Indiana, on the Rocks. You can find us up on our Facebook page, which is Decibels, or on the Rocks, because they're two bars owned by the same person and just right next to each other.
Mhm.
I'm there every first Saturday of every other month. So our next show is August 6th. And that's pretty much it. I'm always on live.
Yes, every day she's on live, you guys. So definitely tune in. Definitely learn makeup techniques, and everyday life techniques because she always talking, telling her mind and just telling it how it is.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Miss Cece. I love you. You know, you was there in the beginning. You was the first. Let me tell y'all this. I have to say this for the end. Cece LaRouge was the first person to book Man Williams for a solo show. I was years old in the club, shaking my ass, getting them dollars. She was like, "Oh, you're booked for the show, honey. Come and do it." And I came
Mhm.
and did it, and here I am now. So let's give her a round of applause for that, and a round of applause for this amazing interview and everything that you have accomplished over these years that I've known you. And even before I've known you, I knew before I even met you, I was just hearing about you and knowing so many things about you. So it was an honor to have worked with you those years ago. To still have you be able to answer my inboxes now that you have your millions of followers and stuff, and just to do this interview with you now before you really blow up. I'm so honored and thankful. And thank you so much for everything that you've done for the community.
Thank you, baby. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Of course. And you guys make sure you tune in, follow Cece on Facebook, Instagram, Cece Larouge, as she said. And what was the other page?
CCL Ross.
Yes. And follow her, check out her makeup tutorials, and just stay tuned to what she has up next because she's just always doing something. Whether it's good or bad, you gotta watch it because it's entertaining.
I try to be.
Yes. Well, thank you again, Miss Cece, and I'll talk to you soon.
I'll talk to you soon. I'm gonna send you them links too.
Yes, definitely. Please do.
Of course. Thank you for having me, y'all.
Thank you, Boo. Talk to you later.
Of course. Bye, honey.
Bye-bye. Well, you guys, this was such an honor to bring someone from the beginning of Man Williams to the stage. So before you leave, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. This was a very informative interview from an icon in my eyes in the LGBT community. So make sure you stay tuned, share this interview, and just stay tuned to what I got next because the girl's always talking about me. So why not give them something to talk about? Until next time.